And Ty Law, with a Buffalo Bills loss last night, somehow the New England Patriots find themselves in first place in the division this morning. How are you?
Oh, good morning. Good morning, guys. It feels even better right now. When was the last time we've been leading in the division? I mean, when has it been?
Wow. Curtis, as a savant, would probably
that would be week 1 last year with the Gatorade bath at 1-0. They were tied.
It's been a long time.
That's been a long time, man. Hey, I love what I'm seeing out there, and I think it's up for grabs, man. Just the AFC, right? I mean, this is a great time to be a pretty decent football team because it ain't a lot of good football being played right now. I understand injuries happen, but it is a great time to be a Patriot. We're on the come up. We're feeling the nostalgia of the old school, you know, the wins, and we finding ways to win, all kind of ways, man. I love it. I love it.
Does it surprise you when it comes to Mike Vrabel that he has been able to turn this around so quickly here?
You know what? I'm not surprised that Mike Vrabel. I'm more surprised that the team responding because, I mean, there's still a lot of people on there from last year. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know what to expect. A new coach coming in, man. So I had all the faith in the world for Mike Vrabel. I didn't have so much faith in the overall team. And Mike Vrabel, hey, that's why he get paid the big bucks, goddamn.
Ty, I think a lot of that has to do, and you've been in locker rooms before, when you start to bring in guys, and there's still a lot of guys from last year, but I think he brought in a lot of guys that have kind of basically pressed his message in that locker room. And I think that's why you kind of see the culture changing. How important it is to have guys in the locker room, you know, sending that message out to the guys that are new or were here last year?
I mean, it's very important because you're going to need the locker room to carry the team forward. I mean, it's one thing about the coach. You're always going to be looked at the coach, but who is going to be policing within the locker room? And that's the one thing that we have for so many years. It started, with, our group, Wiggy, and it just carried over. And the guys were able to stay around for a period of time. With free agency and everything nowadays, ain't no telling how long you're going to be anywhere. You know what I mean? Because everybody out there got to go out there and try to get the bag. But we had enough people there year after year and learn what the Patriot way was, which people quoted it the Patriot way. It's going to be interesting now that Mike Vrabel is there. He's installing his version of the Patriot way, and hopefully those guys and the new free agents that's coming in, they're going to say, okay, this is what it's all about. So I love what they're doing right now. The leadership is there. We have a damn quarterback. He's going to the Pro Bowl. I'm telling you right now, Drake May is going to be a Pro Bowler. I don't know about MVP shine, but he's definitely going to be a Pro Bowler, man. So I love what they got going on right now.
Well, that can count as this week's Drake Take from Ty Law, and that's presented by your New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive. There was, when it comes to pumping the brakes, there was some Drake as MVP talk on this very radio station yesterday, which it's a little bit early for me on that. But Ty, you've been impressed with him.
Too early.
You've been impressed with him for quite some time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just see how he's managing the game, and you think about it. Stephon Diggs had the monster game. We was waiting for him to break out. Guess what? You think it'll carry over to the next week? No, he did what he had to do. Of course, we had the one big catch call back, but he's finding ways to get everybody involved. You know what I mean? That's the thing that I'm most impressed about. Not only is his patience and how he's handling himself, in situations. He's spreading the ball around. Again, it brings us back to Tom Brady as far as, not having that premier wide receiver. He's finding ways to win. So who's ever open, I'm going to get you the ball. He's making the right reads and the right plays, and that's what you need as a quarterback, especially
Ty?
That he's the future.
Okay. AAF phone if Ken Laird is listening. Yeah, yes.
Ty, we talked a lot about officiating yesterday when it comes to this game. As a former player, is it more frustrating for you to watch the way in which the refs call it, or do you think that the non-football players are blowing it out of proportion?
The non-football players, but the refs, let's keep it real. They're human, but some of them stink. Some of them stink. I can't get fined. We can say it. We couldn't say this while we was playing, but some of them they need to go back to referee, community college or something. Because I don't get it. They need to go whatever the college is for referees. I can't get fined now, so I'm enjoying talking about the lack of preparation sometimes. You know what I mean? And I understand it's a hard game. It's the eye, but you got all this technology now. You got to use it because some of those referees, I think they playing favoritism at times. I seen this whole clip. I'm not saying that's what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs. I know it's conspiracy theory with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's put that out there. But they picked some damn good points. He made a video where it was I don't know who this guy was. It was some damn good points that it's like they're like they're embedded within the league or something. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I ain't saying nobody's cheating, but the referees they need to do better.
Yeah,
they need to do better.
Week 1, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was a ticky-tack PI called against the Chiefs that all of a sudden was picked up.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking to myself, watching the Pop Douglas call that was negating that unbelievable touchdown against the who the hell they play on Sunday night?
Saints.
God, my brain was awful. And I thought if ever there was a time to pick up an effing flag, that was it. And they didn't. And it's just enraging. Watching games, it is ruining the enjoyment of what is otherwise the greatest entertainment we have in America right now.
And I can agree with you there, but we're not there yet. I mean, the old Patriots, we might have got those calls in the pickup. Hell, we had a guy by the name of Tom Brady and all that stuff over there. We can keep the thing going, but we ain't there yet at the Patriots, so we're not going to get those calls. It's kind of like, basketball. You got to earn it, I guess. I guess Kansas City earned it. You can't. You touch Michael Jordan, damn it, foul. You touch LeBron James, damn it, foul. The rest of them in there, hell no. Get up, walk, and shake it off. You ain't getting no foul. So that's how I look at it. You got to earn your stripes. Like they earn their stripes. I don't know how they got them. Like I said, community college referees, but you got to earn your stripes in the NFL.
Listen, you're
gonna get some calls.
You can debate the PI call, those PI calls all day long. It's just something I don't think we've ever seen where. And the explanation from the refs afterwards was so weird, where you basically have special teams out there lining up, and then suddenly, upon reflection, the ref is like, "Well, wait a minute, I saw a block downfield, and I got to wait until the pass is thrown for the flag to be thrown." It's the most. I've never seen it ever and you played Wiggy for a long time.
Which doesn't make sense because if there is a block downfield, they throw the flag right away.
Right.
So they always do that. You see it all the time. If you're blocking downfield as a receiver on a screenplay and the ball's not out, they're throwing that flag right away.
So they're not waiting until the pass is thrown and then reflecting afterwards for 2 minutes about what progressing. The ref said he needed to progress through his mind.
Rewind.
The other thing was, Greg, it's one thing if the Patriots get the touchdown and they go to the sideline celebrating it because it benefits them to act like everything's fine. The Saints were all off the field, too. It's not like anybody on the Saints actually thought there was a pass interference on the play.
Right. No. Ty, you know what I would do? And Curtis has been asking the question, how do we fix this? And I've been thinking about this for the past couple of days. Shine brought up a good point, which I agree, is make the officials all full-time so then you can find them. But the thing that I would do, Ty, there's 7 officials on the field. I would add it to I would make it to like 10 because maybe what you need is more eyes out there.
Why not go full roster, like 53 of them?
No, but
it's like ESPN's pregame show. There's 17 people on the desk.
But if there's 11 players on the field for each team, there should be 11 referees on the field, right?
Think about this.
Yeah, they just shadow. Somebody shadows somebody like all game.
Right, but think about this. You have 2 guys behind the plate that are trying to watch holding. They're trying to watch, illegal, all these things that are being done. I feel like sometimes you might need more eyes that can come together and go, oh, no, that wasn't a penalty.
No, but don't they get some guy in for the press box doing that?
No, they just the press
Well,
box.
as referee, somebody needs to ref the referees, and I know they got the instant replay. I know they always talking about such and such referee. I guess it's the celebrity referees that come on board to get a damn opinion, which I never know who any of them are, any of their names, but I guess they're the experts in this. They're the experts in this situation. They need to be at the game, and I did not know that referees wasn't full time. You saying they ain't full time?
No, they're part.
Okay. Hey, see, I did not know that. So you know what? That would help, and then you can hold them accountable if you're paying them full time. I don't know why the NFL don't have full time. That's a new one to me. So who the hell is the referee union? Who's fighting for them? That's crazy.
Ty, or Wiggy, both of you, did refs ever come up to you in game and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I missed one. I owe you one"?
No, I don't. No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. But I used to go to refs before the game, the back judge, and say, "Hey, these guys are holding all the time," and maybe put that in their head. And sometimes it works because they'll like focus on that, and then you might get a little bit of a flag because you kind of always say, "Hey, they're holding. I've been watching them on film. They like to hold. Keep an eye on them."
I think what he thought you said was, "I'm holding."
No,
in case you need any after the game.
No, I ain't holding. I did some holding in the run blocking, but
they got you on a word limit.
I did the same thing with you, like especially if you know a certain ref out there, especially if I know I'm about to play physical with this guy. I used to say, hey, I tried to joke about it. Hey, ref, I'm about to choke the hell out of him in the first play. I just let you know, so don't mind me. I'm gonna choke the hell out of him, get him laughing or something like that. But you got to have that relationship if you can with the refs, and some of them were cool. Don't get me wrong, some of them were cool, but some of them you knew not to play with. I mean, you kind of playing for so long. You knew which refs that was cool that you can go dap up and all that. You know what I mean? So it's a chess match out there. It's definitely a chess match. But if you can get a ref on your side and he understand how you play, that advantage to you.
Titans fire their head coach yesterday. We were talking about this earlier, and Wiggy said oftentimes, well, Shine brought up the statistics on it. Shocker. But oftentimes a team will play harder when their head coach has been fired. Is that a concern for the Patriots heading into the Titans this week?
I don't think so because it depends on who's stepping up as the head coach. Usually the interim coaches, a lot of times that guys will like their coordinator or their position coach. They like them more anyway. You know what I mean? So not saying that they'll play hard for them, but they know all eyes are looking at them. But I ain't going to say they're going to play harder just because they're head coach. Because half the guys, and if they're in there losing, half the guys probably in there ain't like his ass anyway. Hey, man, get him on out of here. Because, people at the end of the day want to win. You know that, Wiggy, man. We want to win, man.
Oh, man.
It was disappointing. Like I was, for instance, Pete Carroll. That was my guy. Some guys didn't want him. I was on the other end when I did the little interview when they getting certain guys. What do you think? Damn it, leave him here. Hell, I was still under the Pete Carroll contract when Belichick was here. I like Pete Carroll. That was me.
Well, but you liked him.
No, I liked him as a coach. I'm just saying I liked him as a coach because. Go ahead.
You liked him because of the deal he gave you.
No, I was gonna get that. Hey, God, believe me, Greg. I was gonna get that deal anyways. Let me be a free agent. I'm out there on a free agent ticket. I was gonna get my money anyway, so I'm not even gonna make it about that. But again, Pete Carroll, he was a good coach. He's a defensive back type of coach. You know what I mean? So I liked him personally. I don't think some guys liked his personality, how he was rah-rah, but I loved it. Some guys did, some guys didn't. You have Belichick coming in with his personality, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, we wasn't getting our butts kicked with Pete Carroll. Of course, Bill Belichick was better, but I'm just saying it takes certain individuals. But when you're losing at the rate that they are losing, and it's all over the place, yeah, you got to let him go. And probably most of the guys in the locker room feel the same way.
Speaking of wild takes this morning, can we get Ty on record on your Bill Belichick, Andy Reid, Mahomes take from earlier?
I said this, Ty, and I believe it with everything I have, is that if Bill Belichick was coaching the Kansas City Chiefs right now, you would not see them struggling the way they are because Bill would get the best out of a guy like Patrick Mahomes, where I feel like sometimes Andy Reid is so kind of lackadaisical that they take advantage of him, which leads to some of the poorest play we see at times.
Hey, Wiggy, man, I don't know if you can say that at this point because, when you look back in your Google Bill Belichick and his record right now at this point, no, come on, man.
I'm not talking about Bill in college. I'm not talking about Bill in college.
Wait, Wiggy, can we just use stats here? So Tom Brady was here in 2019. Tom Brady in 2019 had a very mediocre season. The next year, he threw for 40 touchdown passes and was the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Was that the 8-0 year?
2020. They were right.
That was the 8-0. They were undefeated that year.
What?
Remember they were 8-0 through their first.
You said that Mahomes would be playing better.
Yeah, he would.
I said Mahomes stats. I'm talking about stats. Tom Brady.
No, I'm talking about the team.
16 more touchdown
I'm
passes.
talking about the team.
They won 4 more playoff games.
Has the New England Patriots in Bill Belichick's tenure ever struggled to the point that we see the Kansas City Chiefs struggling?
Didn't they win 4 games in his final year?
No. I'm talking about when they had Brady.
Oh.
When you have the best quarterback in the league.
They didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs. Mahomes has been in the AFC Championship 8 straight years.
They went to 9 Super Bowls with Belichick.
In 2019, they didn't get out of the first round of the playoffs.
That was the 8-0 year they started.
Who cares about how they started? What does that have to do with anything?
Because Tom was pissed at that time. At that time, Tom was checked out.
But you said in Tom Brady's tenure. That's part of Tom Brady's tenure. You can't just make excuses now.
And they were
literally refutes your entire argument.
Huh? And they were 8-0.
I don't know about that take right there, Wiggy. I can't
I'm gonna die on
with
this
you on
one,
that
Ty.
one.
I'm gonna die. I'm not talking about UNC Bill. That's a different Belichick. I don't know who that guy is.